The story of my life? We all do the same things. We go to school. We learn. We grow up, one much as another. Some are born in mansions, some in cottages. But what difference does this make in the long run? What does it matter who my parents were, or what they did? I cannot see what significance these facts have for others. We gradually find our true aim in life and try to fulfill its mission. This is the true significance of life. The result of our life should bear witness to what we are, what we will to do, what we can achieve. And our work tells this best in its own language. Mine happens to be the language of the motion picture screen. There isn't much to tell of my school years. I went to public school and hated it. I hated its confinement, its repression. I dare say all children feel this way, even if they do not dare be frank about it. History interested me most. Geography I detested. I could never understand maps. They frightened me. Unlike most children, I actually dreaded recess. I could not bear the thought of playing by order, by the clock, in the schoolyard. My only comfort was that recess brought nearer the end of classes for the day, when I could escape, go home, be free. I have forgotten when I saw my first movie. It stands to reason that I went to the movies like other children. There were simple picture houses near my home, and one manager was kind to me and let me in free now and then. This was fortunate. Of course, I had no money. I was still in primary school when I lost my father. He was not yet 48 when he died. I was heartbroken at his passing, for I loved him dearly. With his death came a change in our family fortunes. My mother was now a widow, left with 3 young children. Fortunately, my brother and sister had by that time finished school, and soon I would be free as well. Then I could go to work and begin to help support my family. I first worked in a barber shop. I was big for my age, and I am grateful that I haven't grown since I was 12. For at that time, my size embarrassed me horribly. Everywhere, people seemed to be whispering about my awkwardness. One day I decided to ask for a job at the big department store of Paul U. Bergstrom. A hurried clerk just took my name and address, and then I walked the long way home across Stockholm. But a few days later, the postman brought me a note requesting me to report for work at the ladies' coats department the next morning. In a few days, I was transferred to ladies' hats. There I was on trial for a saleswoman's job, and then all sorts of odd assignments fell to me. The advertising manager sent for his cameraman, and the 1921 spring and summer catalog of the House of Bergstrom published the first pictures of me showing off the firm's smartest hats. I was really interested in selling hats. It seemed like play. I never seemed to have to think how to treat the individual whims of each customer. The right way seemed to come naturally to me. And best of all, I still found time to cultivate my only love, the theater. I dreamed of it day and night. How I admired and envied the actresses among my customers. Sometimes going to the theater caused me very real pain. The audience seemed to shatter my beautiful illusions with its bad manners, its chattering. And so the plays never seemed to measure up to the glorious dramas of my dreams. the plays of my own vivid, unresting imagination. I never had what American girls call crushes. Individual actors never interested me. It was the roles they played that interested and fascinated me. I hardly even thought of the human instruments that gave them life. I did not join the Store Dramatic Club because that was not the real theater. It was play. I dreamed only of the true, the finest. One day, the hat department buzzed with excitement. The advertising manager came in with a large, jovial man who smiled on us all. We found he was Captain Ring, head of a Swedish firm that made advertising films. Soon, great news broke. The store was to make a picture advertising its ability to outfit a customer from top to toe. Real actors and actresses were to have the leads, but the shop girls were to help whenever possible. Captain Ring made a few notes and was about to leave our department when the advertising manager stopped him. He said, "I remember a girl here who modeled a few hats for us. Perhaps we could use her." I stepped forward, of course, and Captain Ring glanced at me. "I'm sorry," he said, "but Olga Anderson, our leading lady, will make a very suitable hat mannequin." So with that, he left. A few days later, tests were made. I was dressed in a checkered riding habit, 2 sizes too large for me, for they wanted to give me a comic bit. I rehearsed before a large mirror. The manager liked it and said that I must do the bit. So my first appearance before a motion picture camera was in a comic bit for a department store propaganda film. Here is the motion picture film itself. As you can tell, it was all done very quickly. I forget whether I had a chance to rehearse anything. Captain Ring liked it, and he promised me more work in advertising films, a promise which he kept. Ring, of course, was the first to photograph me with a motion picture camera. Later, I acted for Eric Petchler in my first dramatic film, Peter the Tramp. And it was Moritz Stieler, of course, who started me on my career in his picture, Gösta Berling.